Our friends, it is your friend Jack here. In today's video, we're going to be going over Aptos versus Cardano, and in general, VC blockchains versus Cardano, and why I think Cardano is going to take the cake in the end, and the VC blockchains aren't really serving the same purpose as the rest of cryptocurrency land. First things first, I don't think necessarily VC-based blockchains are a terrible thing. I just don't think they're in line with the rest of the crypto universe in the sense that things are trying to be done decentralized and in a way that benefits the people first and puts the people in control of what's going on behind the scenes, and in a transparent way, not with shady tokenomics or things that just benefit early inside investors. And when it comes to Cardano and Aptos, they are at two extreme ends of a different spectrum, especially in terms of blockchains and cryptocurrency. Cardano, highly decentralized and has a very good, if not the best-in-class validator distribution across all of the blockchains out there. And the other one, Aptos, is highly centralized with a permissioned validator network, and it just launched, and recently a bunch of people are getting in and a bunch of people are losing a lot of money because of the token's depreciation. I mean, that kind of happens with most things, even if it was decentralized. But in general, over time, all of these tokenomics are leading up to retail investors losing out 99.9% of the time because 78% of their token allocation is to insiders, aka venture capitalists. Judging blockchains on their value and how well they perform in the blockchain space, a lot of people like to use the blockchain dilemma. Basically, how well can a blockchain include decentralization, scalability, and security all at once inside of their system, and that way everything works. Right now, Cardano focuses heavily on decentralization and security. The scalability aspect is being improved upon as we speak, and different things are always coming into play. And overall, I think Cardano right now does a great job at tackling this trilemma, especially compared to all the other blockchains out there. Also in mind though, Aptos, which just released their blockchain and their token, doesn't really care about the decentralization point of view. The scalability is questionable, and so is the security at this point in time. So only time will tell how long a blockchain like that can last in this space. If you read this little blurb of text here, you'll see Aptos had an initial token distribution with 100% of it going towards insiders and the foundation. That is not so great. I mean, if you're a retail investor and you're trying to get into the space and you see blockchains like Aptos and Solana, which over 70-80% of their allocations originally are to insiders, those insiders are going to be selling along the way up, and because they got in early, the initial token price is probably still a lot higher than what they bought it at. So an instant profit dump on retail. They obviously have obligations and contracts that they can't sell, probably vesting periods, but over time this is going to transfer from being something owned by just insiders to them profiting and it now being in the retail's hands, and who knows if it's going to last after that. As you can see here, I'm curious how ADA and APT are even the same asset class, and I kind of agree, it's kind of weird. This looks more like an ICO than its own blockchain, an ICO based just on insiders, and I do think that Suraj hits the nail on the head, so does Will, and nothing wrong with having this exist. As I mentioned earlier, permission blockchains have plenty of use cases. It's not just everything has to be decentralized, it's not like that. But it isn't fair to the most retail investors who think that, this is the same as other blockchains like Bitcoin and Cardano and Ethereum. Well, it's a completely different thing. Not long ago, there was a day when everyone was jumping into coins all over the place. Initial coin offerings were happening here, there, left, right, center. People were getting propped up on those coins for DeFi projects, and then the DeFi project would rug pulled unsuspecting token holders. Now we have an L1 possibly trying to do the same thing in crypto, where everyone thinks this is like all the other crypto projects, and then at the end of the day, most of the holders, if not all of the holders in profit, are the venture capitalists. Then they rug pull or they dump all the tokens on the community, and there's not really much left to be built there because the people initially built it aren't even in the game anymore. They don't care. They have their profits and they're out of here. And here we have a great example of how flawed a lot of narratives spread in crypto. And one person with a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT profile pic can make a lot of information seem like it's completely accurate and everything is great on one blockchain, especially if they maybe are also in that blockchain's token heavily. Maybe they're an early investor. Maybe they're not. Maybe they just don't know. But one narrative from person who is a verified checkmark and a cool profile pic can spread a long way, even if it's not the right narrative or the true narrative on what's going on here. As you can see here, someone from Aptos Foundation is saying that Aptos is the first to paralyze transactions. Cardano has done this already and can do this with EUTXO model. And then suggesting that Cardano is not working at production. Let's take a listen to the actual audio.
We will see what happens, but it's incredibly ambitious. If they do break this kind of code in order to paralyze transactions, it will be a whole new game changer for the blockchain space. The question is,
that actually already exists, by the way, with Cardano's extended UTXO model.
Is Cardano working? It's not proven in the real world yet, right? It's not battle tested.
It has about 400 apps live on it. And I'm not even like a Cardano maxi. I just wanted to come in and add a clarification. It's not like it'd be the first to do it.
And there's a bunch of other projects that have close to completed prototypes doing the same thing as well. So it's not like a unique problem that they're trying to solve as such.
So as you can see right here, someone from the Aptos Foundation doesn't know about these other things in the blockchain space, and they're going around saying that it's the first of the kind, it's going to be amazing, it's going to break down walls. And honestly, I do this myself sometimes, or other projects do this. They hype something up when they don't really know everything else that is already built using that tech or using that innovative mass adoption technology, a bunch of different buzzwords. And in reality, there's people out there already doing these things, or blockchains or other dApps doing these things that they don't even know about or haven't even researched. So yeah, overall, I think Cardano versus Aptos, they are in completely different leagues. I don't even know if I consider them both really blockchain-centric things, or they don't really have the ethos of original blockchain standards trying to tackle the trilemma. Aptos, to me, seems like it has a purpose, or it could have a purpose, but it's shaky and there's a lot of red flags. I would not involve myself in it because of the tokenomics and the things that initially bootstrapped it. Not saying it doesn't have any value, but that's where I stand. Overall though, Cardano's doing pretty well. As you can see here, lots of people are interested. A big jump of over $1 billion in volume over the past 24 hours. And things are just seeming to be popping off or going wild or insane in the NFT space. And it's looking nice. People are excited. And overall, just views and general interest in Cardano and sentiment is pretty positive. That being said, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did and you own ADA, make sure you stake it. You can do so with the Jack stake pool or any other stake pool to earn passive ADA on your ADA. I'll see you guys in the next video. It's your friend Jack. Peace out.